Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Conversations with Sakina and your snapshot for the month of November 2024. This time I'm doing something a little bit different with these readings. I am taking the Feng Shui Bagua, if that's said correctly, and using the 9 categories, pulling one card per category to find out what may be going on for you in November. So let's take a look at the first category, which is wealth and abundance. Okay, splitting the deck here. We have the Star. Wonderful card here. I'm seeing that it looks like, Cancer, that this month of November is going to be one of guidance. You're going to be guided when it comes to your wealth and your abundance. And I'm saying guided by your spirit team. They are going to, it looks like, give you a lot of signs to follow to allow you to have the wealth that you are looking to have. Now, keep in mind, this is what's happening in November. It doesn't mean you're going to become a millionaire all of a sudden. This is just guidance to guide you along the way, where perhaps you'll find a $20 bill on a path, okay? Or have the opportunity to be really thankful for what you have, the abundance that you have. That will clear the communication path between you and your spirit team. Gratefulness and thankfulness are always very powerful, upraising frequencies that can help you understand the messages that your spirit team is sharing with you. But the wealth and abundance is going to be guided for the month of November. Next is fame and reputation. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups. I look at her in 2 ways, okay? I look at her as someone who is extremely nurturing and caring and so willing to do for other people and knows how to also take care of herself, okay? She is emotionally equipped to handle pretty much anything. The other spectrum of her is Crazy Town, okay? Where her emotions are so crazy. Maybe because she is doing too much for everybody else and not enough for herself. When both of those are balanced, I feel like that is how she functions best. So in the fame and reputation portion of things, I feel like people see you as this Queen of Cups. Somebody who is willing to help other people, seems to have endless amount of energy to help other people and still look absolutely amazing themselves, still look very relaxed and very all together. And I feel like this is also saying for the month of November, this is great. I mean, this is what you're known for, okay? But it is also a warning to say you need to keep yourself balanced. In other words, care for yourself just as much as you do someone else. Otherwise, the emotions get tipped in the crazy town mode. In other words, you just can go off the deep end with, oh my gosh, why is this happening? I mean, just emotionally distraught, okay? If you don't care for yourself as much as you do for other people. So try to keep that in balance for the month of November. Next is love and marriage. And if you're single, we'll cover that. If you're married, we'll cover that. See where this leads. All right. we have the Six of Swords. Oh, I like the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is my card for peace of mind, okay? I feel like this is a card that's saying you're doing fantastic in both the single and married aspect of things. And I feel almost as though, as you see, they're in a boat and they're coming towards us. So they're leaving something behind. And I feel like whatever that is being left behind, they're so happy to be leaving that behind because it really wasn't a good scenario. So if you're single, maybe you're just newly single. If you are single but starting to open yourself up to the possibility of having a relationship, the Six of Swords is saying, not a bad idea. You know, as long as you're harmonious about that idea, go for it. But they're moving forward. So whatever that was, whatever that situation was that just was very disruptive to the relationship, whether it be single or not, whatever that was, you're moving away from it now. And you should feel very, very good about having made it through that, whatever it was. And the month of November is going to be all about moving forward and being very harmonious about it. Peace of mind. Okay, Cancer. Next, we're moving to family, and this is physical family as well as those who have passed and ancestors also. All right. We have the Queen of Wands. So Cancer, I feel like I can see this Queen of Wands being someone that you're communicating with from beyond the veil. Could be an ancestor that is trying to share something very important with you. And they're trying to be creative about it because, you know, we don't always catch the signs that are given to us. She's trying to be very creative. So if you're noticing things going on around you that aren't ordinary, pay attention to them because I feel like she's trying to give you a message. If this is someone who is living, this is a very creative individual. I feel like she's almost like a businesswoman, and this could be you, almost like a businesswoman, and others come to you or this person to gain insight into how they can create the life that she has. Okay. And again, this is someone who is very good at caring for herself while holding the staff of work. You know, she's just a very strong individual. And either way, Cancer, this person could, you know, whether she's passed or whether she's alive, she can give you a lot of insight. All right, so now we're moving on to health and well-being. And I am not a doctor, so if you have any mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical issues that you're dealing with, then seeking a health professional might be a good idea. But let's see what the cards have to share. Well, we have strength here. And the strength card is just what it says. In the health and well-being department, it looks like for November, things are going to be strong for you. And you're also going to have your spirit team or your medical spirit team always there for you through the month of November. They stand beside you always. And they work with you even on a telepathic level. Kind of as you see, it's almost like she's trying to read the mind of the lion. So yes, it's going to be a strong month for you, Cancer. Next, we go to children and creativity. And if you have no children, we will just do creativity for you. All right, let's see here. We have the Seven of Swords here. Okay, if you have children, there may be a scenario going on. Now, this card is called the Thief card, and in most decks, I look at it as a card of, we don't really know the whole truth, okay? So we need to find the facts before we make an accusation, kind of thing. So if you have children and there's something going on with your children that you're really not sure how to handle, communication is key here, okay? What you know of the scenario may have come from an adult, okay? You need to take the time to ask your child what their part of the story is, okay? And marry your facts together. Try and figure out what's really behind what happened. Because as you see with the guy on the card, he has a sword and he has other swords tucked under. And it's called the Thief card because it looks like he's stealing these. Like he's being very sneaky about it. However, why is he stealing them? Is he stealing them because he wants to sharpen them up and then give them back? Is he stealing them because he's afraid that somebody's going to get hurt and he really doesn't want to see that? Why is he taking those knives, those swords? So finding out the facts is something that's being shared, especially if you're working with children, okay? As for the creativity, if you don't have children, as for the creativity, it's saying here that before you jump headlong into something, if you have an idea, a specific idea about something, a creative, specific idea, take time to think about it before jumping in, okay? Because there could be some hidden factors that you don't recognize right away. Maybe it ends up being super expensive to do. You want to know that beforehand. So this is a card just saying get all the facts before you do anything. And again, a 7 is a foundation card with growth. So you want to make sure that whatever you do, you make sure you have a strong foundation with it. Okay, you create something very strong, because if it is a strong foundation, it will grow. Okay, a weak foundation will obviously fall apart. So take the time to really think and plan. Okay, so next is knowledge and skills, Cancer. So we have the Two of Cups here. This one is, I feel like it's talking about specifically your intuition and making the choice of trying to learn how to use it or not. I feel you are kind of waffling back and forth. Cancer is a water sign anyway, so you're kind of built in with intuition in a very strong way. But it almost seems like you're fighting the idea of working with your intuition and, you know, perhaps talking to past loved ones or talking to your guides or whatever you would use your intuition for. I feel like you're kind of fighting yourself on it. So in November, universe is asking you to perhaps consider your options with this and, you know, weigh your pros and cons as to, you know, would this be a good thing for you or would it not? You already have built-in skills, knowledge and skills about this, but I think you can probably take it further. Next is career and path, or excuse me, career and life path. I kind of think of them in a way one and the same, although your life path can be many different careers that you've had. That's part of every little event, every situation is part of your life path. All right. So we have the Five of Cups. Now, Five of Cups is a card of emotional disruption. Okay, so I feel like right now, Cancer, you're maybe having a difficult time really figuring out what you want to do, what you love to do, what you would love to do. What is it that, what do you want your career to be? And this could also be a card that says, you've maybe lost your job and, really not sure what to do next. So anytime there's a cups, okay, this offers up the opportunity again of intuition, just like here. Is there a mistake they showed up side by side? Probably not. There's always the option of intuition and always the option of contacting your spirit team and saying, hey, I'm really at a stalemate here. What can I do? What am I meant to do next in my life? I've lost my job, or I'm not happy doing this job. I would like to try something else. What would you suggest? Put that out there to your spirit team. And usually within about 5 minutes, you end up with a sign of some sort coming to you, and could come to you in many different ways. It can come to you from something you find on the ground, something you hear on the radio, something that you smell in the air. Maybe it was one of your relatives smoked a pipe and, what they did for a living was this. You need to be open to whatever comes to you within that first 5 minutes, and then don't jump on it right away, but allow yourself to get the signs that will come after the fact, 2, 3 more perhaps, over the next day or so. And once you feel like you've had all the signs, another intuition thing, once you feel like you have all the signs, then take a real big look at what signs they are and what they may mean to you. That is a proactive way to deal with this 5 of Cups. Okay, so last but not least here, Cancer, is travel and helpful people. And the helpful people are those who are like mentors or business partners, that kind of thing. So let's see. We have the Page of Coins. All right, so where travel is concerned, I feel like this is saying travel right now is probably not a good idea. It's really, really quite expensive. And maybe you need to spend a little bit of time before you travel really deciding where you want to go, if traveling is your thing, okay? Take some time, figure out how much it costs, figure out really where you would go, how you would get there, what the cheaper ways to go are that are still safe, that kind of thing. And as for helpful people, I feel like this one is saying helpful people come in many different guises. This is a young person. This page is a young person, and probably a rather wealthy young person, or at least one that's used to having the nice things in life. And there may be something that this person can help you with on a physical level, okay, because coins or pentacles are about physical life. There may be something that this person can help you with. You just need to make sure that you, just because they're young, that you don't close them off, okay, or don't think that they're wise enough to be able to teach you anything. Teachers come in many different shapes and sizes. All right, Cancer, that is what we have for the month of November 2024. Let's see what comes of it. Until next time, take care.